character. Now, this is Martin Short, the actor, shoring up his gay fan base by appearing on Broadway. That was obviously the career choice.
More than once.
Yeah,
by the way.
and won a Tony. Solid gay fan base with that. Do you think
And worked with Bernadette
Peters, the biggest gay icon out there. So
did Promises with Neil Simon. Gay.
Super gay.
Hello. It says hello, which, you know.
And not only that, does impressions of Katherine Hepburn.
Dead. Oh, I'm sorry. What is the theme we're going on? I forgot. Is it dead or gay?
Dead. Some gay, some dead. But here's what I want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's what I like to get people to do, and I've got 3 or 4 people doing this so far. Katherine Hepburn reciting the books of the Bible.
In the beginning, there was light. And then God said, I can't see. So he turned it up.
Is that what you mean?
Genesis,
Act 1, Act 2.
You used to do shows in your attic?
I did. The Martin Short Show. We taped every other Tuesday. Because if we taped every Tuesday, when am I going to fit in the imaginary film career? So I had an applause record. I had a gooseneck lamp that because I needed lighting even then. And then an applause record. And then I'd, open with a song. I'd then interview like Eldridge Cleaver from Playboy or something. People are
just
traumatized.
Imaginary?
What? Well, I'd play both roles.
Okay.
And then someone would go dinner and we'd tape later. I would type things up for TV Guide, highlights.
For your show.
Well, coming up.
I have a note here to ask you about cabaret, but I have written down here cabarets. So have you ever done any cabarets at all? Never been involved in cabarets.
Never saw. I saw the show.
Cabarets.
Yes, but I never did cabarets.
Okay. Yeah. Godspell. You did Godspell?
I did.
Gilda Radner, Paul Schaefer, Andrea Martin.
I did.
Now,
and Victor Garber.
At that time, were most of you unknown?
Completely. In fact, the gimmick of Godspell was that it had just opened in New York. It was a big hit in 1972. And now it was opening up, one of the first big touring companies, but it was going to stay in Toronto. And I remember Gilda Radner getting up. I'd never met Gilda. And she had seen the show in New York, so she knew exactly what Stephen Schwartz and all those guys were looking for. And she had pigtails up the side, and she's saying, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. And I thought, well, that poor thing. Look at how sad is that? And they said, we love you, a year's contract. So suddenly I had to rethink what I was going to do. And Andrea Martin and Paul Schaefer went in and played for a girlfriend. And they didn't want her, but they said, who's that guy who, truthfully, the first time you heard him play the piano, it was like he was pounding it. And they made a musical director. And Victor Garber was Jesus.
Did the show get good reviews?
Yes, it was a big hit.
Yeah, well, that's why I was wondering whether at that point, with so much talent, but yet unknown.
But you know what is interesting, truthfully, is that no one, because it was Canadian, we felt that we were still so intimidated by the United States. So the first person of that group to go down and get a job in the States was Paul Schaefer.
Really?
Yeah, he played like in the Magic Show or something. And I remember Gilda and I being on the phone, extensions, same line, to Paul, and Gilda saying, so Paul, what are New York actors like? And Paul said,
maybe it's because you're my friends. I swear you guys are just as good.
She was such a classic, Gilda Radner.
Absolutely.
What a great chick.
Yeah.
You did Fortunes in Men's Eyes.
Yeah, it's bad too.
Bad production.
Not bad. No. I was bad.
You were bad.
I was playing it kind of like Leo Gorcey. It was really acting,
Right.
holding my cigarette like that.
And I kept forgetting lines because I knew I was bad. It was like one of the...
That must be a horrible experience.
It is bad, especially when you know that they're bad. And Gilda, we used to go out, Gilda. So Gilda came out to me opening night, Bernie knows the story, and gave me a big hug and said, I'll never do a show like this again. Thank you for the encouragement.
Sweet and subtle.
Sweet and subtle
right.
and deadly.
Last question for you.
Yeah.
Favorite character on SCTV other than one that you played?
Ooh, that's a good question. Other than one that I played. Well, I would say I loved Edith Prickley. I loved Bobby Bittman.
Bobby Bittman's good.
And I love Lola Heatherton.
Oh, Lola Heatherton.
Yeah.
She was my favorite.
Yeah.
She was absolutely my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much for taking time to do this with us. We really, really appreciate it.
My pleasure.